The governing Free National Movement holding official swearing-in ceremony for senators, parliamentary secretaries, and the Minister of Works. The Free National Movement family on Grand Bahama pausing for a time of prayer, praise, and thanksgiving. And the local Rotary Club answering the call and making a special donation to the Grand Bahama Healthcare Services.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Shashina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, ministers and members of Parliament-elect, along with Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable K. Peter Turnquest, coming together Sunday morning for a service of Thanksgiving at the Church of the Ascension. Megan Shepherd reports.
The newly elected members of Parliament for Grand Bahama, along with the Minister of State for Grand Bahama and the Deputy Prime Minister in the House of the Lord this past Sunday, Reverend Father Michael Gittins welcoming the elected officials and covering them in prayer as they prepare to go forward in serving the island of Grand Bahama and the country at large. Father Gittins says that this Christian nation has been given to us by God, and it is time to be led back to our Christian values.
We have come today to say, God, I come to you because I know that this country needs to come back to you, and we will bring it back to you. We know we're not perfect. But God, we make a promise to serve to the best of our ability for all people.
Father Gittins also issued a strong challenge to the leaders. He says it is Bahamian tradition to begin any work in church, but going forward, he prays that the leaders will allow God to continue to reign in all of their decisions.
All these promises you all made, all these wonderful things that you had promised to do, people are watching. Mind you, they're going to be unrealistic, and I'm going to pray for you all really good because they're going to expect the world from yesterday. You know how people go. They're not going to be patient for anything. They want it instant and now. But I'm telling you today, obey God, follow His commands to the best of your ability. You ain't got nothing to worry about.
Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Peter Turnquest, says that they recognize that without God, nothing would be possible, and they had to show their reverence and respect for the favor of God. He says that the morning message did not fall on deaf ears.
We didn't say it was some of the people's time. We said it was the people's time. Our Prime Minister, Dr. Menace, and our parliamentary team, we are focused on the agenda to forward the interest of all Bahamians. You know, we all tend to get sidelined by issues that are immaterial to the forwarding of our country. We want to put aside all of those partisan leanings and all of the things that hold us back as a people and harness all of the talents that our country has so that we can truly progress towards that goal that we all want to share in and that we all deserve to share in the bounty that God has given us in this country called the Bahamas.
The elected officials were given a special blessing by Father Gittins. Megan Shepherd, ZNS Network News.
Senators for the governing Free National Movement parliamentary secretaries and the Minister of Works sworn in this afternoon at Government House. This as government officials prepare for the opening of a new session of Parliament on Wednesday, May 24th. A full report on today's swearing-in ceremony will come during the national report over the Bahamas Radio Network. Now, meanwhile, senators for the opposition Progressive Liberal Party are expected to be sworn in tomorrow afternoon. And it has been less than 2 weeks since the nation's general election, but residents are preparing to return to the polls once again, this time to vote for local government councillors. Megan Shepherd reports.
Assistant Parliamentary Commissioner Reno Smith says that the department is currently preparing for the local government election process, which is scheduled for June 21st. For those that did not register for the May 10th general election, Smith says the registers opened once again.
We are presently preparing the register, and we want to encourage persons who were not successful in getting on the register due to the time element or what have you, to come in now. Registration has resumed, and so persons who did not make the register, or if there were some corrections that needed to be made, they can come in, or persons who've just turned 18, they can also come in.
Smith says the department is also working out some technical issues, but he is confident that the process will be smooth.
For instance, the act would have to be amended as a result of the constituency boundaries being changed, so there's some technicalities that we have to work out, after which time we will announce nomination day. But in the meantime, persons who are interested in running for local government, they can come in to obtain nomination forms, and they can start the process. Nomination date, as I mentioned earlier, will be announced later on.
Now, if you are a community-minded person wishing to serve, Smith says you should pick up an application form from the Parliamentary Registration Department.
It's more community-minded, and so persons who genuinely have an interest in their community, they should come forward and nominate. One of the requirements, unlike the general elections where you can reside in any part of the Bahamas and you can run for any part of the Bahamas, persons who intend to nominate must reside in the respective constituency that they intend to run for, and so that's the major difference.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
Switching gears now, Grand Bahama is the industrial capital of the Bahamas, and officials from the various industrial plants are said to be part of a 4-day conference on oil spill preparedness underway at the Super Breezes Club in New Providence. Now, some 15 representatives from countries across the Caribbean are in the capital networking, sharing ideas, and exploring best practices and strategies to improve their country's contingency plans. Minister of Transport and Local Government, the Honorable Frankie Campbell, says that the aviation and the maritime sectors are essential engine drivers of the Bahamian economy, and he believes this workshop would play a great role in enhancing the country's successful ship registry, fishing registry, and other industrial operations. There is more news right after this.